What up? This is Rapids. And so Charlamagne's Netflix deal is not what you were told. You see, yesterday I told y'all that there's rumors that Charlamagne might not have his contract renewed with the Breakfast Club, and it stems from an agreement in 2020. Now, I explained to y'all that just because there's people talking like that doesn't mean it's true. Just because I understand that if there's negotiations, that's usually backroom negotiations, and they don't have to explain or disclose anything to the public about any deals going on with Charlamagne's contract ending at the end of January of 2026. So then within maybe a couple hours, now people are talking about Charlamagne has a Netflix deal. Well, it's not necessarily a Charlamagne deal. You see, this is an iHeartRadio Netflix deal. Okay? It's an iHeartRadio Netflix deal, which means it includes 15 other podcasts that iHeart has packaged up and sold to, well, gave the rights to Netflix to stream and to, get exclusives and stuff like that. So this is going to include Joe and Jada podcasts and several other podcasts. So Breakfast Club is included in this deal, but they're going to have to now make sure that they keep Charlamagne, because if, Netflix is allowing Breakfast Club to air on their show, plus they got a Spotify deal. Well, the thing is, they're gonna need Charlamagne for sure. Like, there's no way they can survive without Charlamagne. So at this point, I know they're gonna boost his pay. They're gonna probably give Charlamagne whatever they want, whatever he wants now, because whatever is holding up the negotiations is not clear. You know what I'm saying? I was never really on the, I reported on it. I was telling y'all, I said there could be a backroom deal before his contract's up. I wouldn't have been surprised. Tasha K was the one saying, oh, he's out of there. He's not, going to be renewed. He's expected to not be renewed. And that could be too. I mean, the thing is with the rumors, there's talks that Charlamagne might have some other plans that might be bigger than the Breakfast Club. So you saw how, like, Angela Yee, she got her own show going, and it's not clear if Charlamagne's ready to have his own thing going. Some people are talking about a late night show, but it's like, who's really watching late night TV these days? I don't know. That could be too. That's some of the rumors going around, that he's trying to maybe branch off from the Breakfast Club and become even a bigger star on his own, and just be Charlamagne instead of the group with the collective Lauren LaRosa and Jess Hilarious and DJ Envy. People are speculating that Charlamagne might have plans to just, kind of do his own thing. And it sounds like he actually was heavily involved in the Breakfast Club, so I think he wants to see a win. It's just that, to me, it's almost like, when you're running a company, maybe a record label, you don't necessarily want to be the rapper the whole time. Maybe you want to step back and let, sign somebody else to be the rapper, like Bibby, like Little Bibby did. He signed Juice WRLD. He's behind the scenes now. I don't know if Charlamagne's trying to, have Breakfast Club operate on his own thing without him necessarily being involved. Maybe he wants to renegotiate to where maybe he can, be there less or something. But whatever the deal is, I think people are just getting ahead of the discussion, because, like I said, we don't know what's going on behind closed doors. I would say it's probable that he stays with Breakfast Club. That would be my bet. I'm not really buying into the whole thing that he's going to leave. I wouldn't say it's 100% sure he resigns. People are speculating as if it's already, like, basically pretty sure that he's not going to be renewed. But that'd be dumb on iHeartMedia's behalf, I would think. iHeartMedia is acting like they don't necessarily need the Breakfast Club, like I said, because they got 15 other podcasts that are going to Netflix along with the Breakfast Club. So they're not desperate, really, but I think Breakfast Club is one of their top shows out of all those other podcasts that are going to Netflix. I would say Breakfast Club has to be their number one show. And that's probably the main thing that Netflix wanted, was Breakfast Club. So Netflix be giving up that bag. You see how they're about to buy. Well, they're trying to buy Warner Brothers, so they got the bag. You know what I'm saying? So whatever deal iHeart just made with Netflix is probably substantial, and it's enough to give Charlamagne enough motivation and inspiration to stay. I would say at this point, it's most likely he stays, because last time this happened, it was BET that was talking about, it was like, of course, that was when Angela Yee was leaving. Right when she left, all of a sudden, BET picked up The Breakfast Club, and it was a big move to be on television. And I was like, okay, that's, it was like Angela Yee fumbled the bag pretty much. And go back to my other videos where I get into Angela Yee and all that, because I mean, she really did fumble the bag. She wanted her own thing. I don't even know if they're gonna keep Angela Yee. I mean, they kind of like went out of their way to make her let her complete her contract on her own. But look, go back to my other videos to get caught up on all that. I got a Breakfast Club playlist and everything, if you want to see all those videos. But look, when it comes down to it, Charlamagne, they're gonna need him. They're gonna need him to stay. Netflix has the money to give Charlamagne whatever he was, thinking for expanding his career. I think he might not think that as much with this Netflix deal, because I don't think it would be as big as this. Like, Netflix, I believe, is going to pay them substantial. iHeart is going to get the bag, but now iHeart's going to have to give him a cut of that bag that they just collected off of them 15 podcasts. Because I know iHeart is knowing the you know what I'm saying, knowing that this is a very important deal right now, and they don't want to fumble it. So they're gonna probably beg Charlamagne now. You know what I'm saying? Although it sounded like there was holdups in his renewal. Otherwise, we would have already known. The world would have already known if his contract was renewed. So they got like a month now. They got about a little over a month to figure out a deal for Charlamagne to stay, and I think they're going to give it to him. I'll bet they give it to him. I mean, plus Charlamagne probably wants this. I'm sure he's going to want to, whatever plans he had, I guess he's going to probably consider putting those on hold now. Because if they give him that boost in income, I mean, what's the point of him trying to start something from scratch? And see, at that point, it's like he had it all planned out, probably like, okay, yeah, I can part ways with Breakfast Club, have them operate on their own and make this bag. He probably had some stuff up his sleeve where he felt like, okay, this is a good time to shift into this other, to be the star himself. Like how the Migos was. Like, there was a group and they was powerful, but they all wanted to be solo artists, and especially Offset. And then Quavo and them started putting out their own projects and Takeoff, and they were not as strong on their own. They were more strong as a group. And I'm seeing, like, with the same thing with Destiny's Child. Beyonce knew she was the star. She was like, why should I split? That's probably a better example, because she was the obvious star of the group, Beyonce. And then she was like, okay, let me split from the group and become just Beyonce, her own thing. So with Charlamagne, I would say that's more of a better example, because he's the obvious star of that group, of the Breakfast Club. And he's probably thinking, like, why am I splitting a check with anybody? He's probably thinking, like, he knows, like, they're not tuning in for Envy, Lauren, or Jess. So why is he splitting any money with them, no matter what their percentages is? Envy probably got the biggest percentage, and then it's I would say Lauren and Lil Rosa probably splitting what Angela Yee was making. The third is probably split 3 ways. Well, Charlamagne probably got the biggest portion, and then the other 2 ways, I think Lauren and Jess are probably splitting what Angela Yee's portion was. Possibly, I'm speculating here, but Charlamagne's thinking, like, why should I split anything? You know what I'm saying? Why don't I just collect that full bag? So I don't know. We'll see. I doubt he parts ways now, though. That Netflix deal is probably gonna be too tempting for him to just stay, and they're gonna have to sign him for another 5 years. And I think that's what's gonna end up happening ultimately. This Netflix deal is gonna probably save Charlamagne from parting ways with the Breakfast Club. So whatever plans he had is probably gonna have to go on hold, because I don't think he has the time to do everything that he wants to do without, that's why he was talking about not renewing, because his plan's as big as what I'm hearing. Like, it's going to take up time to where he wouldn't have the time to be doing both. You know what I'm saying? So whatever plans he had to be a solo podcaster, I think he's going to put that on hold and go ahead and get this new contract settled. And I think it's going to be a boost in income to where he feels like, okay, I'll just stay. That's what I think is going to happen. But we'll see. I'll keep y'all updated. Make sure you hit that like button. Let's get over 100 likes on this video. Make sure you subscribe. Check out my secret videos. You can become a member and check out all my secret videos that aren't available to the public. The links are in the comment section and description box. You can become a member for only $1. And check out all those videos will be available to you. Also, follow me on social media and all that. This is Rap HITZ. I'm out.